some messages that came out while I was shuffling the cards, and then we're gonna lay out the spread for this month's reading, okay? I feel like this is going to be a very, very big career changer and a very, very busy month for you guys. What I'm sensing is it feels to me as if there are going to be a lot of serious discussions with higher ups, with bosses, with people in regards to your career. And I feel like this isn't just, something very lofty. The career might actually require a major move. So that means a geographical move. It might be required that you uproot, wherever you're living right now to move to a different area. So I feel like it's a major career boost, but with it comes a lot of responsibilities, okay? There is a little bit of a time crunch coming through, I feel like, from the 20th and so forth, okay? There's important news I feel coming through around that time where if you haven't been diligent about packing up, about organizing your things, just be really careful that you take the active steps by the beginning of the month to get that going for yourself, okay? Because I feel like it can all cram up and really dig into your free time. I feel almost like some of you are giving an ultimatum. I don't know if it's like you can exactly say an ultimatum, but it feels like there's major decisions that need to happen in your relationship sector. And I feel that you are going to be the ones to bring up, the relationship issues, okay? Not so much that it's causing problems, but I feel that the person that you're with might not be completely in alignment with the life that you want. So geographically, you might need to leave the person behind, the same location behind, in order to move on to something new. So I almost feel like a big communication when it comes to love relationships, that's going to be in the works. I also feel that the energy is so strong for career boost that you might not really have time, to socialize or celebrating the end of this month. I feel like, despite all of that, there might not be a lot of time coming through for recreational, fun, excitement, etc. Okay, so my advice here overall, I'm going to use this card because I feel like it's important. My advice here is, just get things started. Don't procrastinate on anything, especially the first 2 weeks. We have that Mercury in retrograde period where things have revealed themselves to be not feasible, like down the line. And so you had to reprioritize. You stall. And so this is the month in which, the retrograde period lifts on the 3rd. And so you're getting a lot of green light. You're getting, a lot more of you're getting a lot more, I want to say, like momentum and traction in all areas of your life. And I feel that because of it, there will be many important discussions with bosses, with higher ups, with people that can really give you a major boost in the next phase of your life, okay? Opportunities for collaboration, opportunities for linking yourself up with different companies, different associations, so that you can do something and apply your skills where it's needed, okay? So I'm sensing that a lot of you are in a position where you're not willing to put your career on hold for another person. You're also in a position where you realize the importance of, devoting a lot more time in the work front and really getting your hands dirty, physically getting your hands dirty, doing whatever's necessary to get things moving in the work front that you've been hoping for, okay? So very busy month. Keep on top of things. Don't procrastinate, okay? So those are the main keywords. So let me just go into this reading. First of all, let me talk about this energy. The Empress. The Empress basically indicates, taking control of your domain, exerting your influence, exerting your power, and I feel like you're going to be called upon sometime this month to really stick to what you've been doing, and don't let other people persuade you in a specific course of action. You really need to focus on what your ideas are, okay, and defending your ideas, even in the face of opposition. I feel that you're going to be pulled in multiple directions with this card. So this is a really important card that signifies that whatever you have at your disposal, whatever ideas you've come up with, whatever you really strongly believe in, don't fold. Don't, acquiesce to other people who are pushing you. And especially if they are experts in their field, if they are people that are, very knowledgeable, have a good reputation overall. I feel that it's really important to, on the one hand, listen to them, but on the other hand, form your own opinions, okay? So everything is very internal, and this is pretty much telling you that you have enough experience under your belt to form your own opinions without succumbing or without, fluctuating back and forth between what other people want from you versus what you want to carry out in projects, what you want to carry out within yourself. So it's just something to be very careful about for this month, okay? You're on top of the game. You have a lot of skills, a lot of expertise, and people will be coming to you to demand, either inputs from you, or to persuade you to invest in them, or to persuade you in a certain, to dabble in a certain venture that they're involved with. So you're sitting pretty with the offers coming to you. So it looks very good overall. Just don't get too easily swayed either way, okay? This is a card about people who are especially employed in the beauty industry, okay? Fashion, beauty, even communication as it relates to fashion in the beauty industry. So for those of you who are working in those sectors, I feel that you're going to be hot commodity. I feel that you're going to be in very high demand. And there's a lot of work, a lot of I feel like advertisements, a lot of ideas that you're churning out. You're also stamping your name to these products that you feel are being marketed, okay? So just make sure you pick and choose very carefully so that it doesn't hurt your reputation, okay? So I feel you're stamping your name, or you're backing a specific product, either for beauty or for fashion, and even for, like, music, recreation too, but that's very minor. And I feel like the majority of it's going to be beauty and fashion. Make sure that your stamp of approval is for legitimate products, okay? Don't be swayed into doing something that you feel is not 100% kosher, 100% legitimate, okay? The other areas that are coming through here is, I feel for some of you, you're thinking about long term, about purchasing property, settling down in a specific location where you can, stay for a couple of years. So I feel a lot of you, you love to travel, but at the same time, I feel that emotionally it might have taken its toll on you, okay? On the one hand, travel is great, it's exciting, it brings about new friendships and new alliances, but I feel that the life tends to feel a little bit lonely, okay? And as a result of it, for those who have been, globetrotting and traveling, even within, the country that you're in, relationships might have been put on the back burner. And this is the month in which you start to realize that you want to cultivate something a little bit more stable. You want to cultivate, meaningful relationships as well, and love relationships. And you feel as if your work might, interfere with that process. And so I feel a lot of you are heavily thinking about purchasing property that you might physically live in, or you might put up for investment. And I feel some of you want to stay put for the next, 2 or 3 years so that you can cultivate these relationships, okay? You can cultivate, new relationships, and especially seek more romantic partnerships. If you are involved here with the water sign, so this is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, I feel overall this is somebody you have very strong attraction to. And I also feel this is somebody that you don't have a lot in common with. So I feel like it's an opposites attract type of energy, okay? It's very exciting, it's very thrilling, and there's really, really intense romance and chemistry. But it's kind of difficult to figure out, which direction things are headed, and whether or not this is somebody that you see being in your life, whether or not your paths will coincide with each other in the long run. So I feel like on the one hand, there's a lot of love. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of support. There's a lot of like mutual agreement between you and this person. It's almost like, despite the differences in the ways that you live your life and the way you both operate, I feel that, communication, seeing eye to eye is not really the problem. You do see eye to eye, and you really, admire this person for their ability to be, to like hold up their end of the bargain. And they likewise believe that you can, hold up your end of the bargain too. But your path might be starting to diverge because of some bigger plans that you have for yourself. Okay, so I do feel that this is the relationship sector might be the major theme coming through for the month of May. I'm sensing that many of you are either, you have either moved into a home, you're making your house into a home. So either decorating, designing, I'm seeing a lot of people doing interior design. And so you have projects left and right. You're in high demand. People are, reaching out to you from possibly vast distances for you to give them advice and give them input. So your financial situation for this month, I feel that it's really important to keep the balance in check. Okay, I see a lot of frivolous spending. Actually, I feel like last month things were really good. You had a lot of projects, you had a lot of collaborators. This might be the month where you need to curb your spending a little bit, because I see you bouncing around a lot, making purchases that might be considered impulsive, making purchases that might be like very frivolous. Okay, so like emotional spending, like feeling stressed out, feeling like you're inundated with a lot of work and you feel like you want to reward yourself. Just be very careful about spending overall. Okay, child support issues, child rearing, child support issues, as well as some type of legality surrounding, whether or not you have enough money to afford counsel. I do see this card overall indicates like legal issues. Okay, legal issues as to things that you might have done in the past that are coming back. So for those of you who might have had a few, I want to say like under the table deals or things regarding your financial situation, that's going to be coming up for re-examination through an official body. Okay, so you might get summons for jury duty, for court cases, to be a witness, or to even submit additional documents in order to satisfy the requirements for this court case. So I do see that element coming through for you, and I do feel like workers' compensation for some of you, some things here that looks to me like it's from the past, and it's coming back for re-examination for this month. Something that a few years ago it was considered like water under the bridge, but I feel like it's being brought up. And just know that you have the fortitude and the strength to get through this. So don't blow it out of proportion. Don't dwell too much on it. Whatever information they need from you, and I feel like a lot of you might be in a position where you need to make a lot of copies of official documents, make a lot of copies, submit everything in your dossier to an authority figure, to like an institution. So make copies of everything, making sure that you do it in a timely manner. Don't, a lot of the times too, when it's something that you consider very tedious, you don't really want to do it, and you might avoid it, avoid. And so my suggestion here is do not procrastinate on anything, okay? If there is a court situation that you need to submit a lot of documents for, like making papers or filling forms out, don't procrastinate on it, because I feel like it might not be in your best favor to do it for this month, okay? Aside from that, this is your energy here. And excuse me, I have a little bit of a runny nose, so I apologize. This is your energy as the King of Swords, okay? And the King of Swords is a situation where we feel almost as if we're not able to communicate adequately. We feel almost as if people are overlooking what we have to say. And this is a very important card because it's basically telling me in this combination here, you are in a position of power and authority. You have a lot of control and sway over your environment and affecting, specific outcomes, persuading people to your point of view. And so the important thing here is to present information and to present your argument in a very self-assured way, okay? So when you have like a specific idea that you want to bring forth, if you are in a position where you need to sell yourself to a specific financier, to a specific boss, to an authority figure, to somebody in your work environment that can, give you opportunities to expand, okay, for opportunities for pay increases, for raises, etc. Present all your achievements in a very straightforward, in a very methodical way, okay? Don't segue, don't go off on tangents, don't meander. Because a lot of the times, Geminis, I feel like you want to communicate very thoroughly, so you might have a habit of like over explaining situations, and when you over explain without the other person, the other side soliciting the information from you, it makes them it make them think that you have something that you want to skirt over, okay? So present data, present information, present your side of the story in a very cogent, coherent, and especially in a very honest way. Okay, so I feel like that's going to be to your benefit if you can, present an idea in a very concise way. If they ask follow-up question, then yes, you can elaborate. But I feel that elaborating from the get-go might not be in your best interest. Okay, so I feel for some of you, you might be dealing with some people in the work environment, and I feel like bosses, people that you want to impress, or people that already see you as someone who's quite competent, okay? So you can let your experience speak for themselves without having to go out of your way to impress anybody, but at the same time communicate in a way that allows them to see more of this emotional side rather than the rational side. So communicating more from the heart, and especially learning what's really important to present first. That's going to be really important for you. I'm also feeling like this, and this is going to apply to a very small minority of you, okay? It's really important for us to play nice this month. And, once again, this message is going to apply for a very small minority. I feel that some of you are in a position where you are starting out, okay? So you've started at a new position. And I feel like you might feel like there is a lot of unfairness coming through, especially from like a female boss. Okay, so you feel like, oh, this person is not being fair to you. This person is picking you out for a specific like procedural error or some type of. For some reason they're just there might be, you might be working at odds with them. So if that's the case, here's the thing. I feel that you might not know the whole story, okay? And so if you're just starting out and you have somebody that is kind of like hovering over you, telling you should do this, you should do that. If you're just starting out and you feel like, why are they, so critical of me? The thing here is that they've been in their field for many, many years, right? They're in a position of power and status. And so it's really important for you to also, be very, very humble and to realize that maybe there are things that I don't know completely. So maybe the advice that they're giving you, I feel like they're trying to help you, okay? And at the same time, you need this job. You need it for survival. You need it for the basic necessities. You also want to maintain a very harmonious environment within the workplace as well. And so whatever this person is telling you, maybe there's some merit to it. Maybe there's some truth to it, especially if you have a female authority figure that you feel, for whatever reason, You know, like curb your tongue is what I'm feeling. Okay, be very careful about not taking this situation personally. Just don't take it personally. Okay, think about, okay, so what do I need to learn from this and how can I improve? Okay, and so I feel like somebody is trying to help you and you might be a little bit sensitive or defensive, and you might not want to take on whatever it is that they're advising. So overall, here's the thing. Things are going to be busy this month, okay? And if we're going to spend the time to really argue with another person, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to detract you from doing your job. It's going to upset you emotionally. And so the thing here is, think about what you can do to harmonize the work environment. Think about what you can do to make things easier for everybody involved, okay? It might require making the harder decision. And I feel honestly, you're going to come to the point where you're not going to take things personally, and you're going to make the decision that is in the interest of the greater good, okay? So it's all about you harmonizing, trying to harmonize the environment so that you have a good work environment where you can begin to thrive and you don't have to worry about your job security. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that, and let me just go into your love relationship portion of your reading. So let's see what's in store for Geminis. Okay, so love, relationships, romance. First of all, we have here the Queen of Wands, and I'm just going to see. So this is, I'm reading all of these in the upright position. Okay. So here's the thing. So Geminis, you have a relationship partner that's coming through here. This is somebody that is could be a fire sign, so a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo. Okay, for those of you in a committed relationship, I feel like you feel like this is a somebody that is very dependable, very reliable, and you can go the distance with. Okay. On the negative side, this person, I feel like they are very territorial. They can be very possessive, and they can also be a little bit like on the with the jealous streak. Okay, they do care to a really strong extent. They care a lot, but I feel like the negative side is they're innately very jealous. They don't show it though. So just if you're in a relationship, just make sure that this person has all your full attention. When you're with them, try to avoid using electronics, text messaging, etc., and really be in the moment with them, because I feel like they feel that you're drifting away. They feel like you're, handling multiple projects and getting yourself very, very distracted. This person, I feel, has a really good heart, but they feel that they can't trust you 100%. Okay, so if you're involved with this person, male or female, fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, I'm sensing that they're trying to coax you, let's go out for date night, and you might be very busy with work. So rather than telling them, oh, I'm busy, set up an alternate time where you might not be busy so that you can cater to this person. I feel a lot of communication coming through from this person overall, okay? I feel like they want to either, so if there's somebody that you just met and you are trying to date, I feel that, they wear their heart on their sleeves. Their intentions are going to be very clear. And so I'm sensing that, they're going to solicit you multiple times. Let's go to, get coffee here. Let's go to the movies on Thursday. Let's go to the park on Saturday, etc. So I feel like there is going to be multiple options. And then if you are so busy that you're turning them down, all of those times, if you're turning down all of those invites, then I feel that they're going to get a little bit sulky and, defensive, and they might not be their bright, vibrant self the next time you actually have time. So when you actually have time, they might say that, oh, I've got other engagements. I'm seeing family, I'm seeing friends. I don't have time. So I feel like there's a little bit of a jealous streak I feel associated with this person. Okay. I feel like for some of you, there is a relationship that is solidified here with an earth sign. So we have here Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. And I'm seeing this based on this is a family situation, or this is a taking the relationship to the next level is linked up here with an earth sign. Okay. So you have an offer that's made available to take the relationship to the next level, to either, I feel like it's something very, very solid, and it's very something that is very linear. So, for example, if you started dating, you might decide to move in together. You might decide to, somebody might be dealing with fertility because that Empress card did come out earlier, and this is traditionally a mother figure. So I feel like if you are, for whatever reason, find yourself expecting a child, I feel like there's going to be serious discussions here with an earth sign regarding taking the relationship to the next level, or even regarding a fire sign about, what do we do? Like, where do we go from here? Naturally, like, what's the natural progression of this relationship? You've got some good cards here, Geminis. Okay, so we've got some good things here. We have here the Two of Cups, and it is linked up here with this fire sign. The Two of Cups basically means, there's a lot of mutual understanding, a lot of, I feel like it's a soul connection, but in a way where you can finish each other's sentences. You have similar life experiences, so when you talk to each other, the other person just gets it. You don't have to over-explain. You don't have to, use specific examples. They just get you on a very deep-rooted level. And I feel like you are also very protective of this person, okay? So it's linked up here, fire sign, so Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. And with this card, this is the Knight of Swords, okay? Fastest moving knight in the deck. This is somebody who's very easily excitable. Okay, so I feel like you've got some new passions here, and you've got somebody that you are heavily communicating with. Okay, so that's Sun, Moon, or Rising, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. I feel that in the past, you put your love life on hold. Okay, you've been through some difficult relationships. And the difficult relationships here with the Nine of Wands, it's almost like wanting to give up, not really believing in love anymore, not really trusting people anymore. I feel like some of you honestly might have been through like, one or two divorces in your past. And at this point, you're very closed off, and you're just like, I just want to, play the field, have fun, and not be committed to anybody seriously. So you've put your love life on hold. Or you might have been casually dating, but not wanting to invest in anybody specifically. I feel some of you might have gone through a cycle where you dated different people, but they have the same energies, okay? And a lot of it, that information is coming through here with the hangman. The hangman is all about, withdrawing and finding information from within, sort of like that hermit. It's almost like sacrificing something in order to achieve greater enlightenment. So I feel like some of you might have gone through, dating the different people, but their energy is very similar. So the relationships didn't work out, and you're asking yourself, like, what's the problem? Why do I keep encountering these same relationships? And I feel like for a lot of it, you have to, make the sacrifice, which is not going with the people that have that sense of familiarity, not dating the same types, and stepping almost like outside of your comfort zone. Getting some suitors coming into the picture, and you get to pick and choose between who you want to invest the time with, okay? So Don't go for those aggressive types that pursue you like really strongly, like that can't really take no for an answer. A lot of the times, and this is for men and women as well, but I feel like more so for women who like, especially heterosexual women, but I feel like it's across the board for all genders, okay? A lot of the times when, you know, you're trying to work on yourself, you're trying to close yourself off, and then, you know, a person finds you interesting and they come at you and they're really, really aggressive, and you tell them, no, I don't want this, I don't want you to, you're coming on too strong. And then, you know, like a big part of you feels like, wow, that's really flattering. But if they don't know how to take no for an answer from the get-go, you know, they have boundary issues, okay? So rather than feeling like, oh, that's really impressive or that's really flattering, you should look at this situation in a more clear-headed and objective manner and think to yourself, I already said no, this person keeps pushing me. They have boundary issues. So being a little bit smarter about, you know, finding somebody that will really respect you as a person, that will really respect your needs, okay? If from the very get-go, they're so aggressive and they can't slow things down based on what you ask them, further down in that relationship is going to be all about them. Your needs are not going to be met. So I feel like there might have been a series of, you know, dating bad relationship partners who don't have the same amount of respect, okay? Who can't really cater themselves to your emotional needs, and I feel like that's really important. So moving forward, I feel like a lot of you have learned, you know, the lesson here, and you're moving on, and you are at a point where you're dating somebody. You are being smart about it, taking things slow, putting your life first, I feel too, you know, thinking about like long term what you need to do and not thinking so much about how you have to cater your life or yourself to this relationship partner. So I feel that you're at a point where you're a lot more independent. You're thinking clearly about your own life independent of the other person, regardless of how emotionally in tune you both are. So this is it looks very good, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of reciprocity here and mutual understanding. I feel like your partner might feel a little bit neglected for those in relationships, so make sure you spend time like individual, you know, alone time with them. Turn off your phone, okay, and just be in the moment with them. If they have their phone, just make a pact. Just say like, let's just leave our electronics, you know, on silent. Let's spend time with each other. And I feel that it can lead to, you know, a very harmonious, heartfelt type of communication, okay? I feel some of you here are dating an earth sign who's probably on the way out, okay? So, I'm sorry, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And it seems to me that the relationship, there's a lot of strife, okay? There's a lot of bickering, there's a lot of arguing, and there's lack of consensus, lack of agreement. I also feel this earth sign might be somebody that's adamantly pursuing you, and I feel like they have another relationship ongoing, or they could even be married. And be very careful if that's the case, okay? Some of you with the earth sign, things are being taken to the next level, and they can be very good, but others of you, I feel like knowingly, this is something you already know. I feel like there might be like a third party still lingering in this relationship that you need to be very, very clear about, okay? So once again, if somebody is coming on so aggressively and they can't take no for an answer, it's not flattering. It's a breach of boundaries. So be very, very clear about that, okay, Geminis? I feel overall there's a very strong, you know, attraction, like physical attraction, sexual attraction. There's a very strong sense of trust here between you and a fire sign, okay? So Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, I feel like a lot of you feel this might be the one that you want to go the distance with. And I feel like this person is very, very protective of you, okay? Very protective of you. So I'm going to leave you with that, Geminis. I hope the reading is helpful, and I hope that it provides you with the proper guidance to navigate through the energy for this month. It's going to be a busy month. You know, get yourself like ready. Don't procrastinate on projects by the 19th or so. If you procrastinate, you might feel a big, big time crunch for yourself, okay? Also, I feel there's a lot of energies for travel and movement, okay? So a lot of long distance communication. So that is something that you want to set aside time for as well. So, don't try to multitask when you're spending time one-on-one with another person. If you're Skyping them long distance, if you're having like a heartfelt conversation over the phone, make sure that you're not, dithering with other things, because I feel like they feel a little bit impatient and they feel like you're not prioritizing them. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, my information for my website and for the scheduling with all of you who are celebrating the later part of this month, stay safe. Okay, enjoy yourself, and I'll be back for the mid-month reading. Take care. Bye bye.